Beneath the shimmering veil of the cosmos, where time folds upon itself and the stars are but embers in an infinite hearth, the celestial void manifests. It is a realm of absolute silence, save for the rhythmic pulse of creation. Here, geography is defined by thought and physics by divine will. Across this expanse, two titans of legend stand poised for an encounter that defies the boundaries of mortality. On one side, the Nazarene, the manifestation of Logos, the architect of eternity, whose word carved the foundations of the firmament. Opposite him stands the Lion of Dan, Samson, the Nazarite consecrated from the womb, his veins coursing with the raw, volatile vitality of the divine spirit, a man whose strength alone could topple the pillars of the world. This is not a battle of malice, but a clash of cosmic principles, the calm, encompassing authority of the Creator against the untamed, earth-shaking might of the champion of Israel. First, consider the Nazarene. Born of a mystery that transcends biological constraints, he is the Word made flesh. His attributes are not those of a warrior, yet he is the master of the elements. He commands the tempest to be still, he walks upon the chaotic surface of the sea as if it were solid marble, and he possesses the authority to transcend death itself. His power is metaphysical, restorative, and absolute. He does not need to swing a sword, his presence radiates an ontological weight that bends reality to his intent. Consider now the son of Manoah. Samson is a paradox of human frailty and supernatural endowment. His strength is not merely muscular, it is a covenantal gift. When the Spirit of the Lord rushes upon him, he becomes a force of nature. He has torn apart a lion with his bare hands, slaughtered thousands with the jawbone of an ass, and collapsed the massive temple of Dagon, burying a civilization beneath its own hubris. He is the raw energy of the Old Testament, the wrath of a people tempered in the furnace of divine favor. The arena shifts. The void ripples. Pillars of light erupt, forming a colosseum of shifting nebulas. The air hums with the resonance of a trillion prayers. Jesus stands center, his robes white as the dawn, his eyes holding the depth of oceans, his expression one of profound, sorrowful serenity. Samson paces the perimeter, his muscles corded like ancient oak, his hair a wild mane that catches the starlight. He stamps his foot, and the very foundation of the void cracks, sending shockwaves of dark energy across the stage.
I have fought the lions of the desert and the oppressors of my people. I have brought down empires with these hands. My strength is a fire granted from above. Tell me, Nazarene, are you here to lead or to bleed?
Samson, you speak of strength as if it were a weight to be carried or a hammer to strike. True strength is not found in the breaking of pillars, but in the bending of the will to the eternal law of love. I do not seek your life, for my mission is the salvation of all who labor and are heavy laden. Yet, if you demand a test of essence, we shall see how the clay holds against the kiln.
Samson roars, a sound that vibrates through the fabric of the void. He lunges, his movement blurring as he covers the distance in a heartbeat. He swings a fist with the force of a tectonic shift, a blow capable of shattering the gates of Gaza. As the fist connects with the space where Jesus stands, the Nazarene simply does not shift, he becomes the air. The energy passes through him, rippling out into the void as a silent explosion of starlight. Samson stumbles, his momentum carrying him forward, his confusion turning to primal rage.
Do not hide behind ghosts. Stand and fight like a man who knows the sting of iron.
Samson grips the void itself, his hands tearing at the shimmering air as if it were a curtain. He rips a segment of the dimension free, swinging it like a gargantuan club. He hammers down toward the Nazarene with enough force to atomize a mountain. Jesus raises a hand. The air freezes. The club, a dense construct of dark matter, shatters into 1,000 crystalline shards upon contact with the Nazarene's palm. The shards float, suspended, turning into glowing petals of light.
You rely on the strength of the arm, but you forget that the arm is made of dust. The dust is sustained by the word. Even your fury is borrowed from the silence you seek to destroy.
Jesus steps forward, and with every stride, the environment heals. The dark nebulas retreat, replaced by an ethereal landscape of golden fields and flowing waters. Samson finds his feet sinking into soft earth. He feels his strength beginning to wane, not because he is being drained, but because the conflict itself is losing its purpose in the presence of such overwhelming harmony. Samson, sensing the loss of his battlefield, focuses his will, calling upon the Spirit of the Lord once more. His hair begins to glow with a blinding, fierce heat.
My strength is a covenant. It does not die while the breath of the Almighty remains in my lungs.
Samson taps into the deepest well of his power, a surge of adrenaline and holy zeal. He creates a vortex of kinetic energy, pulling the gravity of the nearby stars toward him. He is a miniature son of wrath, hurling himself at Jesus once more. The Nazarene does not move, but the landscape reacts. The waters rise to meet Samson, not as a wall of water, but as a soothing balm. Jesus speaks a single word, a vibration that echoes through the core of the protagonist's soul.
Peace.
The word acts as a total negation of entropy. The vortex collapses. The kinetic energy dissipates into harmless luminescence. Samson's feet touch the ground, and he finds his arms hanging limp at his sides. The crushing weight of his own burden, the cycle of vengeance and victory he has lived, suddenly seems a small, distant thing. He falls to his knees, not from a blow, but from the realization of the scale of his opponent.
Who are you to silence the roar of the lion? My strength has leveled cities. My life was written in the blood of my enemies.
Your life was a prelude, Samson. A jagged stone in the path of a river that must eventually reach the sea. You fought for your people, I died for the world. You are a hero of the age of iron, I am the end of the age of shadows. There is no victory here, for you have already won your place in the annals of fate. Rise.
The battle concludes not with a corpse, but with a transformation. Samson remains a titan, but his spirit is anchored. The celestial theater fades, the pillars of light dissolving into the morning mist of a new creation. The logic of the duel is clear. Samson represents the pinnacle of human capacity under divine influence, a localized force of nature. Jesus, in the context of comparative theology and mythology, represents the source of that influence, the logos from which the strength of all heroes is derived. Samson acts within the world, Jesus acts upon the laws that govern the world. When the architect meets the masonry cannot prevail. Thus, the Nazarene stands, not as a combatant, but as the master of the arena itself. This clash of titans illustrates that while the strength of men can alter the course of history, the power of the divine defines history itself. Did you enjoy this descent into the celestial fray? We explore the depths of mythology and theology every single week. If this epic confrontation stirred your spirit, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe to our channel to stay updated on our next historical duel. Your support allows us to continue building these massive narrative simulations. Until next time, keep your curiosity alive and your legends remembered. The story delves into the history of the Nazarite hero and the transformative power of the word. Through a detailed, step-by-step combat sequence, we argue the logic of their abilities, concluding with a definitive look at who holds supremacy in a realm where physics and divinity collide. This is a journey through myth, legend, and philosophy, crafted for the true connoisseur of epic storytelling. Join us as we weigh the pillars of Dagon against the foundations of the cosmos. Discover the conclusion that challenges how we view legendary figures and the source of their strength. This is not just a fight, it is a meditation on the nature of power itself.